let me check if it is working. Everything works. Yes, it does. So, let me see. So, welcome everyone to the 6th round of PRL Performance Racing League here at Imola for the pre-season, and the actual season starting on 14th, if I'm not wrong, somewhere around that. But yeah, it seems like it's almost full wet, even though it's not raining that much right now, but we don't know if the weather may change suddenly during this short qualifying session, followed by a 50% race. And yeah, hopefully it will go well today. A full grid. Let me go through all the lineups. No, it's first come, first served. So we have Zwek and Red. If I can see the colors well. Never mind, I can't. Bonsai and... Never mind. Okay, so MCD Coder and Swogswack in Alpine, ACE Bunions and Chigo Fish in Mercedes, Zorskiller and Yuokaga in McLaren, GGA Astro and Mingrel in Ferrari, Rosenberg and Poison in Alfa Romeo, Young and Irish in AlphaTauri, with Jack and Corey in Red Bull, Red and Monza in Williams, and CTL Trash and Gangster in Haas, and Throne Globe and Vincent in Aston Martin. That's all the lineups we had for this placement race. We have most of the drivers on their outlaps already, starting from the Williams of Bonsai, who got the lap invalidated, then following Yuokagai behind him, who also got the lap invalidated. Though Chigovic hasn't got a lap invalidated. We saw last season he was pretty quick in Tier 2, had many chances for points. Hopefully this season he will go better for him. But yeah, right now driving for Mercedes. I think he's got Papa Sector 1 coming through Sector 2 now, through Aquaman Rally. Yeah, probably this kind of weather may affect some lap times. I don't know whether they will change to dry or not at the end, but we'll have to see. As he gets a Papa Sector 2 as well, as he comes round the last few corners before ending the lap with a McLaren ahead who had the lap invalidated. As he crosses the line in with a provisional pole position setting of 124.405, behind him Coda sets an even better lap of 123.850, then Thorglow lines up in third with a 135.191. Vincent, his teammate in 5th, dropped to 5th after Poison came in 3rd, Rosenberg in 2nd, Vincent with a 125.212, Poison with a 125.052 in 4th, and Vincent in 6th now. as a result of Rosenberg coming in second and setting 124.138, which is not too far away from Dakota's lap time. I remind you, there was some drivers from both T1, T2, some new drivers here, so we'll have to see how this goes for both. Volkswagen now in 7th with a 125.320. ACE Bunnies, who's setting a lap right now. As long as that's leaves him enough space to set it up. As he validates the lap, insect, that's unfortunate. Though they had 30 minutes left still to set a good lap. Hello Synonymous in the chat. Remember Synonymous from a few leagues. If he remembers me, but seems like Wolfskiller now came 5th with a 124.777, followed by Bonsai 9th, and now got the lap invalidated 125.431 for the Williams driver. And I don't actually know if those are the actual lineups we'll see in the next season. Probably not. But yeah, Zwartzek now improved to a 124.524 and gets 4th as a result. As Jack now comes in 10th with a 127.654, which is pretty slow, but I think he's gonna improve that. May have done a mistake somewhere. Next driver on a lap to set the lap would be GGA Astro with a 125.800 in 10th. Mingral now coming in 7th with a 124.819. As we get further down the grid, we have Young starting a lap soon, followed by Chilkovic behind, who now set a provisional pole position lap time as a 123.699. That was quite good, and also got ahead of Coda. That was quite good. Hopefully we'll see more of that in the real season. I think Goldfish may be aborting their lap, even though Yonki has wing damage and is letting them pass as a result of going into the gravel. ACE Banyans now coming to cross the line in 9th with a 125.160, which is not too bad as he got in the top 10. Corey with a 145.164, probably trying to improve the lap in 15th right now. Someone else improved, and that's actually Brad setting a lap in 5th with a 124.678. Farther down the grid we have CTRL Trash setting out 125.302 in 13th now, after GGA Astro set an even better lap than G Goldfish, came first, but provisional pole position for him with 10 minutes remaining, 123.337 for the Ferrari driver. Farther down the grid we have Young with an invalidated lap time. Let's go on board with you, local guy, as he's got his lap invalidated. He's on another lap, so let's see those 4 drivers who haven't set the lap yet in this qualifying session. It's gonna be interesting how the race will go. Hopefully it will be dry. Corey now improved to a 124.482 in 5th. As Mingral retires from the session. Mingral just retired. Let me see if I can get a view of that. Oh well. I think he retired on track. Or may have retired as a result of terminal damage, but I doubt it. Anyway, Euroka guy on a lap now. That was unfortunate from the Alfa Romeo driver. He's got quite some bad luck throughout last season as well. But a new season means a fresh start for everyone, so let's see how it will go. The McLaren Euroka guy now comes in sector 2 to try and get in the top 10 on this where his teammate is. I believe. So Aquaman Rally. As he sets up for Sector 2, coming into Sector 3 now with an AlphaTauri ahead, probably Young or Irish setting a lap as well. Well, yeah, Irish because Young is in the pits. So Irish on track, setting a lap as well. Let's see the difference between the lap times. Gangster 1 hasn't left the garages yet. Irish went 16th. Uruguay goes 7th fastest with a 124.398. Irish goes 17th fastest, so 10 place difference. 125.829 for them. And right now the lap times, look at them. They're quite close. All of them are quite close. Just 1/10 difference. Coda now gets that provisional pole position back. 123.014 from the Alpine driver. That was absolutely amazing. Almost went below a 123 as well. Three tenths on Astro. Will the top 5 at least improve to a 122? Because that would be great for them. To go fish may. Yeah, anyone in the grid could. It's not just about I mean, you know, it's not just about the drive, it's about the pace you have. Anyone could have great pace all of a sudden. It's not that possible, it's not something which happens most of the times, but it happens. It happens rarely, so you don't know. Meanwhile, Jack tries to get to the pits quickly by cutting some corners there. Chugovic now gets dropped to P4 as a result of Rosenberg 007 setting a 123.653, which is a few hundredths faster than Chugovic's lap time. Puts him in third with used intermediates as well. Chugovic new intermediates, having the AlphaTauri Young ahead in Sector 2 right now, with wing damage from the telemetry. If that's true or not. Wing damage can really affect your lap time, especially on the rain. I think he's kind of being held up by the AlphaTauri, but he still gets up to Sector 2 though. So. And he collides with them. That may be... I don't know if there are clips. Drivers can report clips, but he gave him a little push, let's be honest. Young is currently on a lap. So let's see what lap he sets. A 125.572, which puts him ahead of his teammate in 7th. Gangster is also on a lap in Sector 1. Tries not to invalidate it. And gets a 26.8 in Sector 1. Proceeds on Sector 2, but messes up. Gets on the grass, so that will probably affect his lap time by a few points. Someone improved in a little bit, that's Film Globe, I believe. Yeah. No, MP Film Globe. McLaren of Trolls Killer, probably. Gangster now spins it. And he's the only one who has to set the lap right now, and there's not many minutes remaining to do so. 4 minutes remaining for him. Yeah, right now Cody is in that provisional pole position unless someone improves. Let's go more with Bonsai as he tries to improve the lap and get in the top 10, but he spins as well and damages his whole wing. If that was full damage, he would have damaged the diffuser as well. That was bad. It's quite common to spin in Imola and dry, so imagine how easy it is in wet conditions. and he validates the lap right now. Now as well. Gotswag needs a grid to complete the lap. The two Red Bulls as well on the out lap, so he will be the next one to set to improve or not the lap. Never mind, he pits. He decides to go for the pits. Another bonsai spins again. Longlow now sets a 124.322, improves the lap time but still stays 7th. So Alfa Romeo comes out of the pits right now. With the two Alfa Romeos, yeah, Rosenberg being on an out lap, and his teammate not improving much. Still on an out lap, he is as well. ECE Bunyan's not improving the lap either. I mean, not improving the place. Oh yeah, looks like this will be quite an interesting end to the qualifying session, as we have 2 minutes remaining. Most of the drivers now leaving the garages for the final time here. Yoga guy currently improved the lap to a 123.998. Gangster Dog now sets a 124.171, comes in 7th, behind Red and ahead of Corey. And Corey now improves. Just notice that. 3rd place for Corey, 123.380, still can't get anywhere near Coda's lap time. It's to do a 123 flat to get the chance of a 4th position. We'll see what they can do. Who's next to set a lap? Let's see. Irish. I think. Never mind, he validated the lap. Yokogai did the same. With two Goldfish now being on an out lap, starting their final lap in this session. Sorry about my voice being weird. I've been ill recently, so if that affects the commentary though. Well, we're about to end the qualifying session as City X Vincent now retires on track. You can see from Goldfish spot. And that might affect Goldfish lap time, and he has to go a bit wide. But he's not the only one who will be setting a lap. Pretty much everyone is on a flank lap right now. ACE Bunions also retires on the way out of the pits. Weird. He retired while going out of the pits. Chigov is setting out purple sector 2. Meanwhile, the only ones who have completed the qualifying session are Yoko Guy in 8th, Dwarskiller, his teammate, in 11th, and Bonsai in 14th. We still don't know whether others are improving or not. Right now retires on no, it's not him, never mind. Oh, that was a bad impact. He just crashed in the pit entry barrier, and that put his chances of getting a pole position in the bin basically. But with Gangster Dog claiming the 2nd place, 123.164, Coda set a 122.240. What a lap from him. Corey in 3rd, Astro in 4th, Rosenberg now with an invalidated lap, so has to accept that 5th, Goldfish in 6th after a bad impact with the barriers. Trash still setting a lap. They're going slower than his original one. Yeah. What a lap from Coda. That was honestly great. The only one who managed to almost get below a 122. I mean, almost, but still managed to do the impossible, basically. We have Trash on in 7th now, so that's your starting grid for the race, which at this point, I guess it will be something amazing to watch. Hopefully no safety cars, hopefully it will be dry, but yeah. And that's Coda claiming the pole position for the San Marino Emilia-Romagna GP, or Imola GP for short. Gangster Dog in 2nd, Corey in 3rd, Astro in 4th, Rosenberg in 5th, Trigofish after a bad impact in 6th, Trash in 7th, and the rest I'll review it once the final results show up. So, Red in 8th, Yokage in 9th, Thornglobe in 10th, Swartskiller in 11th, Swartsek in 12th, Poison in 13th, AC Bunions in 14th, Bonsai in 15th, Vincent in 16th, Mingral in 17th, Yonkins in 18th, Irish in 19th, and Jack in 20th. Get the race director in case it's needed for the FIA. Know if they still do clips, but still get it. Gangster Dog was only 9/10 of Coda's lap time. That was the closest gap for this qualifying session. In the from the laser. The only one who could go below 2nd, the leader. Now we'll wait for the race to start. Looks like the formation lap will go underway right now. Good luck to everyone. Hopefully it will be a great race, which looks to be dry. Looks like Coda is doing a medium, starting on mediums, followed by Gangster Dog attacking him on softs, with Corey on mediums as well. GGA Astro and Rosenberg on softs, through Goldfish and Trash on mediums, Red and Yukage on softs, Thornglobe on mediums, and that rounds up your top 10. Then everyone pretty much from 11th down all the way down to 18th on softs, and Jack as well, except Irish who starts on mediums. So more soft runners than medium ones, so that means more undercuts, more early pit stops because of these softs not lasting that much around this track, judging by experience. But we'll see if Rose can play out a good strategy out of this, as it seems like most of the grid he's catching up to the main pack here. This is basically a train of cars from 6th to 20th. I think that's Goldfish trying to warm up the tires a bit, but that's the front pack trying to wait for the others as well. Well, as the drivers get closer to the starting grid now to start this Grand Prix, which will be hopefully amazing to watch. I reckon the first lap will be a bit of chaotic, but it's Imola, tight track, so yeah. Good luck to everyone, and hopefully this will be a good one, good placement race. Coda now lines up in first, followed by Gangster Dog, Corey, Astro, Rosemary, Chigofish, Trash, Red, Yokogai, Thunglobe, Swartskiller, Swark, Poison, AC Banyans, Bonsai, Vincent, Mingral, Young, Irish and Jack lining up in 20th. Good luck to everyone. Let's wait for the lights to go out. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights in this Imola Grand Prix. And it's like 7 away we go. We're getting a drive through for jumping the start already. But as we go to the first few corners, it's Colders keeping the lead with Gangster Dog defending from Astro. On his inside as there's Mayhem already at turn 1 with a few drivers going off, someone in the gravel and an AlphaTauri getting pushed off as well. What has happened so fast? We reach the next few corners with Mayhem happening at the back for the top 10 places. Irish tries to close up on Red, but Red gets a better exit. So we go back to the front of the pack. Golder stays in the lead, followed by Gangster and Astro trying to attack him. Corey had, let's say, a bad start after falling to the 4th place. Rosenberg following him in 5th. Trash in 6th, attacked by Yurga soon in 7th, who's on faster tires. Trash being soon to be, blocking those soft runners for obvious reason. Mimgron gets now overtaken by Red, may have wind damage or something. We'll have to see what happened in lap 1, because some drivers may have got wind damage. Let's go now sets the fastest lap as he crosses the line and starts his second lap, 120.378 as his fastest lap. We have a few drivers trying to make moves here as Irish gets 5 seconds to spinning in the pit lane. We have pit stops already at the back of the bottom 4. Actually, bottom Jack doesn't pit. Yeah, seems like there's quite a big train here at the back for that 7th place, as we have someone who spun that massive collision between the two teammates in Haas. What happened there? Trash spinning out and moving an Alpine, the Alpine on swag as well. Discovery now gets overtaken by Rosenberg for the 3rd place for the podium, but he's in mediums. And he will have to wait until those drivers start struggling on softs, as few people get 3 seconds time penalties for track limits. Mingol and Bombs are now fighting for that 9th place. And Vincent coming out of nowhere to get that. They both get pushed off out of the track. Jugovic almost having contact with Vincent there. Monza tries to keep the place on the Ferrari. As they approach the last few corners, they're still side by side. Monza has a bit of contact with Mimgol there, but he still stays ahead. GGA Astro now sets at 118.063 as the fastest lap. With what happened to Corey? Corey just pit. I think he has some sort of wind damage, I don't know, but he pit. Promoting New York again to the 4th place and his teammate to 5th. Yeah, what a chaotic start that was. Even though it still was better than previous league races I've raced in. It's the 4th day I have something to spectate or race Imola. So yeah. You see, Ben is now getting a 3 seconds penalty for truck limits. Those penalties will be an issue later on, but it's 32 laps to go, so a long race until the checker flag. So we have an overtake. Gangster looking to overtake Chugovic soon, who's getting a bit held up by Vincent. Vincent could have pulled a great move there, and he came out of nowhere. Yeah, everyone in the bottom 4 has a penalty so far, and Yuka guy in the top 10. AC Benion's going for the hard compounds to go until the end, even though he still has to pit, unless there's a safety or something. Yeah, it's open for Gangster as he now got enabled in lap 3. But this is the only straight way you can use it, pretty much. Red set 3 seconds for truck limits as he's behind. Yuka guys, Warskiller now gets dropped behind 2 places, with Red trying to keep the place on poison. As well as Warskiller spectating him as well, but Monza in the rest of the grid is catching up quickly. So Red is forming a train basically. 4 seconds of fuel guy of the main pack. And I reckon it will be a nice little battle to enter the top 5. Yordi now leaves the session, probably spectating. He gets to Akram and Raleigh, coming into sector 3 now. Trash now gets 3 seconds for track limits. Yeah. Nice. Ballskiller tries to close up on Poison now for the move down the last few corners, but he still stays back. 170.307 by Astro. Sets the fastest lap in this session. Improves it because he set it earlier. Horry now gets 3 seconds for track limits. On new softs, Ross and Poison make contact, but Ballskiller is ahead. Will Poison try to fight back here? No, he will stay ahead behind. Moonwell tried to make a move on Bonsai earlier. Didn't walk out. Vincent now trying to get an advantage out of that as they go side by side at the next few corners. They make contact. Moonwell gets pushed wide there and he almost collides with the barriers, but that was not great for the Ferrari driver at all. As hopefully ghosting is on. Yeah, that's not great for him. As Trash tries to go round the inside of Swartzweg at the first hap in this circuit as Swartzweg stays ahead after having a better exit. And Chigovic closing up on Vincent. On mediums, that train is amazing right now. It offers some exciting action. Though we saw what happened with Mingle, so they still have to be careful. Oh my. What has happened so far? And they all have the IS, they're all within a second to each other. The Gangster is the closest. As Coda is closing up on Astro, as well as we have not to forget that the soft tires don't last that much, so the medium tire runners will have a lot of advantage once those soft runners start struggling. Bonsai on Poison now, and Bonsai gets pushed off by Hamilton, but stays behind. Vincent now trying to make a move, but he stays back to not to have the same replica of what happened earlier. There's a yellow flag, and that's Corey. That's Jack, actually, not Corey. Jack spinning out. Thunglove trying to go for a move on him. Gaps in the updating, and that's what you don't like as a commentator, as a spectator. Unless Chigofish misjudges his breaking point, collides with Vincent ahead. Gangster Dove though follows him and collides with him as well. Rear-ending train. Chigofish gets 3 seconds as well for track limits. May have and Vincent takes Chigofish out basically. What happened between those two? Vincent just took Goldfish out. I don't know if it was loss of traction, but that wasn't certainly accidentally. 10 seconds for Goldfish for cutting the track, but he won't be happy about that. And he gets 5 seconds for pitting in the pit lane as well. Why is happening right now? Yeah, they're the only ones to pit on new softs as well. Wonder what will happen between those two now. It looked like Vincent took Goldfish out. Corey gains the place on them. No, again, don't know if Vincent had lost the traction, but I don't know. May have went on the grass. Honestly, not sure. Goldfish comes out in last place now. That now means he has to do a comeback. Both Mercedes cars in last place, having to retake their teammate and then get to Vincent again, unless he does some moves earlier. There's another yellow flag from Vincent now, who spins out. Vincent spun out now, and he's behind Goldfish. Something is not right between those. I can feel. Moongal now gets 3 seconds for track limits as Trash is close to Swartzweg, but Coda is also to Astro. I just noticed Coda lost the lead. I wasn't keeping attention to those two. But yeah, they're fighting for the lead. Coda, who will probably get the place on Astro soon, as the tires will probably start struggling. Probably not the great falling. Meanwhile, now pitting probably have some soiling damage. He pit for the second time today. And there's another yellow flag, and that's Astro spinning out of the lead. Astro just spun out of the league, promoting Rosenberg to second. At least Astro didn't have that much of bad luck with losing places, but still wonder what happened for him. And now that's a retirement for Jack in sector 1, and that's a safety car, which will now help the soft runners a lot. Wonder what happened to Jack. Probably lost it. Not. He's. Don't want to say it to, you know, start a debate, but that is quite a similar that crash which happened in the 90s, but won't say too much about it. Yeah. The two-minute cameras double stack, and the double stack is actually faster now, so yeah. Red and Yuka guy for the hard. Trash stays out on A lap all mediums. A lap all mediums for Trash, and he decides to stay out as Banyas now gets a drive-through for speeding under the delta time. That doesn't help at all, as he can only serve it once the safety car's over. Well, we'll see if that plays out for Trash now, but either he'll just hold everyone up, or he will be faster than everyone. These two scenarios possible. Some drivers going on hard as well, which are not to be underestimated, probably going until the end, and they probably can do it now. But yeah, 19 drivers in the grid now, but still impressive. Thought there will be more retirements. But yeah, better than I expected actually. Sorry about that. Just can speak well otherwise. Probably safety car will be in this lap, in next lap I meant. Yuka guy now pits. Interesting actually. He goes for the mediums instead of the hards. And he has to save a 5 seconds as well. Beating someone doing safety car, I suppose. Irish now gets 3 seconds for truck limits under the safety car. Yeah, while we wait for the safety car period to end, let's review the current leaderboard. Coda in leading the Grand Prix once again. Trash in second after he stayed out. Rosenberg in third on soft. Astro in fourth, trying to get that place back, that second place back in fourth. Red in fifth on hards. Roskiller in sixth on softs. Bonza in seventh on mediums. Longlow gaining 5 seconds was for colliding with. Meanwhile, wonder what happened there. We'll get to that quickly. Wonder what happened here. Longlow lost a place now. Rhymes. The safety guys in this lap. We have done Poison in 8th, Gangster in 9th, Yonk in 10th, Dworsback in 11th, Vincent in 12th, Corey in 13th, Minwell in 14th, Irish in 15th, as he gains a place on Banyans. What's happening at the back? What's happened? Oh my. What happened at the back? There's a... Oh! What the... What is happening? Honestly, I don't know anymore. But it's a green flag. This Imola GP all over again tries to gain lots of slipstream on Coda. But as we get back to turn 1 now, we have wind damage from a few drivers. Red has to go wide. It makes contact with Wolf's Killer in the process of doing so. I don't know what happened at the back, honestly. During the safety car. Go into those tight corners where we saw Wingwell getting pushed off earlier. Gains the place in Poison, man. Poison tries to send it in on the inside now. Can he get the move done? He can't. But he will soon. Meanwhile, Chigovic tries to go around the inside and he makes the move. Astro gets 3 seconds of track limits. As Poison tries to gain the place and Chigovic back, though it's impossible to go too wide at Aquaman Rally. Another yellow flag from a spinning Haas, and Trash spins out of the second place, promoting Rosenberg to the second place as there's a big contact at the next 2 corners. What's happening in the race right now? It's a total mayhem. Yeah, so far I'd say the front stays safe. With Rat trying to attack Small Skiller for that 3rd place. It doesn't look so. At the back, meanwhile, we have Corey, who gains the place of Ace Bunnies after he had to pit for wind damage, I assume. What has happened? And Yuka guy tries to send it on the inside of Trash, who tries to keep the place. And that's Poison spinning. Corey tries to go 3 wide at this corner, which won't go well. Never mind, it will, as Corey backs out and gets in the gravel as well. Luckily doesn't spin. Yuka guy tries to keep it on the inside now, and he gains the place. He defends pretty well. Actually, he got the place. He didn't defend. He was Trash who. The defender strong. Young now gets pushed by Irish, by the teammate. The teammates in AlphaTauri make contact and involves another car as well, and that was Trash. He has light wing damage right now to deal with. Tringovic in fact gaining the place on him now, and the AS gets enabled, which will now make the fight more interesting here. As Mingron spins and retires from the race. Another retirement with Trash with the AS. Actually, no DRS, because it just got enabled. DRS. They make contact with Goldfish going on to turn 1. They spin him out, put him in the gravel, and oh my! What am I saying to him? As we have him now on 12 Apple minions, trying to gain those places back. What is happening today? Honestly, I remember Brazil was like this, but this comes on top of that. Corey and Yuka guy battling for the top 10. Nothing else seems to be happening right now. But what has been happening? Young gets 3 seconds for track limits. Ace Bunyan spits again for soft, and he's about to get lapped by some drivers in the top 10. Never mind, he doesn't. He doesn't get lapped for like a few tenths, if anything. Astro now gains the place on red with the AS. Gains the 4th place. Far difference. Trash now pits. Finally pits on those 13 lap all mediums. I honestly have no clue about what happened. Everyone in the grid has a penalty so far, except Gangster Doc and Coda. Oh my voice. No, if Thrasher has a penalty. I assume so, as he rejoins the track ahead of Thunglobe on faster tyres. Irish now gains the place on Vincent as a result of him taking the exit badly, I will assume. But yeah, he gains the 8th place, with Corey and Yokogai being not that far away as well from during the battle for the P8 on track. As Waldskiller now loses the place on Astro, making 2 places in 2 laps. He's just driving really great right now. He just made 2 places, one at lap 14 and now at lap 15 at the same corner. Yokogai now gets 3 seconds of track limit. I reckon he could get the win at this point. Great driving from him, I'm not gonna lie. Gangster Dot now being close. Oh, and that's Goldfish out of the session. What happened? Just crashed out at turn 3. That doesn't bring out any safety car or anything. That was a bad crash. I wonder if they had contact with anyone. Luke again now loses the place on Corey as they finally join the battle with Irish and Vincent. They go on the inside of Corey. At the next 2 corners send it and they get the place. Corey though is fighting back for the P10 for points. As he gains the place back, will Yokogai tries to send in again? No, he will stay back. And Trash now gets 3 seconds of track limits. As Yokogai now tries to go side by side with Corey at turn 1 as well as Vincent and Irish, but Vincent gets unlucky from that battle and has to get back to P8 somehow. Gangster Dog now 3 seconds for track limits. Irish trying to hold up Corey. Actually trying to defend from Corey. But they're on a used tire compound, on a slower tire compound almost. Softs, 6 lap all softs. Corey now going side by side with them. They almost make contact. As Yokogai spectates this battle. 2 drivers getting 3 seconds of track limits. Once again, Yokogai now gets 3 seconds of track limits. The only driver who hasn't got any penalty so far is Coda. As there's another yellow flag. And that's AlphaTauri spinning out, and that's Gangster Dog spinning out. Getting outside of the pond zone. And he has light wind damage to deal with as well. Unused hearts, which doesn't help. Irish now will have to defend hard to keep that place. Yokogai gets a bit on the gravel. The ice went open from Corey. So tries to make the move from the 7th place. Goes on the inside of the AlphaTauri. Yokogai trying to get in the place as well, but he doesn't have enough time to do so. So that means Irish keeps that P8 for now. As Yokogai tries to go around the inside, backs out. Almost gets into the gravel. That gives Vincent enough time to catch up. As Poison now gets 3 seconds. There's a spin in the next corner by a lapped car companions. And a Ferrari, and that's Astro. Astro losing the P3, completely distracted by the lapped car. Now losing the P4 as well to Red. He has to make those places back again. Unlucky from him. Yokogai now trying to get in the place on Irish. This is the next one to do so. Ori gained it, as well as Irish. As well as... No, never mind, he was the only one, Corey. GGA Astro now gains the place in red once again. Yokogai makes it past Irish on new softs, and that won't help him. Oh, he may help in defending from Vincent now. Esther is now trying to catch up and get that P3 back. And this guy is driving greatly. AC Banyas now pits again. Gets almost snapped by everyone. Unlucky race from Banyans. Astra now gets 3 seconds for track limits. Actually, let's see how many penalties the drivers have, shall we? Formula has 12 seconds. And the most amount of seconds right now. Banyans 9 with Poison and Red. And we have 8 seconds, 6 seconds. Most drivers have 6 or 3 seconds. New York again now gets another 3 seconds of track limits. Yeah, I mean, that don't help. Unless Coda will have a chance of still winning if he spins or something, if he does a mistake. Even if there's a safety car or something. Vincent now pits and goes for the hard, waiting to serve 5 seconds. Irish closing New York guy, he tries to go around the inside in the next corner, but he has to back out. Yeah, Vincent couldn't give up with Irish, so I think he bit for that reason. The guy cuts that corner a bit in upcoming rally. Irish tries to still keep with him on tire difference, on 1 lap tire difference. Jürgen now gets another 3 seconds of track limit, and he's now got 15 seconds worth of time penalties. Rush with 3 seconds for track limits, and they both go into the pits. Both Jürgen and Irish decide to go into the pits. Jürgen retires in the pits. May have not liked the race, so yeah, he retired in the pits. Left Swartzkiller in P3, the only McLaren we have left. Irish rejoin ahead of the two also Martins, with Wozak hitting. And Trash being in a AlphaTauri sandwich now on fast tire, so he should be able to get the place on Young. Yeah, we haven't talked though too much about Coda, as Rosenberg tries to do the undercut, tries to go for the undercut now for the lead. Coda, as well as Wolfskiller and GGA Astro. 10 lap balls off, so that promotes Rat to second place. Bonsai to third, Ori to fourth, and so on. Poison now gets 3 seconds for track limits. Coda still has to pit though, but he has penalty advantages, so that could help him out. Now Vincent and Banyans both get 3 seconds for track limits. Wolfskiller now gets 3 seconds as well. There's a yellow flag brought out by a Mercedes actually. Huh? Espano's retiring as well. Well, both Mercedes out now. 4 retirements so far. Actually 5 retirements. And now Coda pits. Coda finally pits for new softs to go until the end in this Grand Prix. Can he win this placement race? Promotes Red to P1. Bonsai to P2 and Corey to P3. He has to make up 3 places to get back into the lead. And he has penalty advantages. On the other hand, he has Rumsman catching up on mediums, and he starts won't be favoured at the end. Because as you know, those soft tyres are good for the first few laps, but maybe something to struggle in the end. But he has no penalties so far, so if he keeps having none, he should be safe. Corey gets 3 seconds for truck limits. Again. That's gonna close on GGA Astro. On the same tyre difference, by the way. So will GGA Astro take the corners quicker than him, or will Voskila be able to take an advantage with the RS? As he's barely below a second, but still can get the RS to get an advantage. I guess below a second now. And Corey now slowly catching up to Bonsai. Rosenman gets another 3 seconds of the truck limit. Coda also being close to this train. Oh, no, I mean, it would be big water to call it train, but Coda insanely fast on those soft tires. Makes sense. But we'll have to see if he can make the plays on Corey as he pushes him off track and gets 3 seconds for it. As a result of Corey pushing him off track. Oh my. That may be an appeal from Calder. But as he tries to go on the... Never mind, he stays back. For now, as he knows he has the S on the next straight. He doesn't want to risk anything. He's got 3 seconds for going side by side with Corey. And now makes the plays on Bonsai. For the second place. He has to catch up on the leader. He's doing so quickly that will give him the place easily. I don't think someone lets the win go easily, especially when it's a few laps from the end. Corey gaining some tenths on Bonsai now. As Astro now gains 3 seconds for truck limits. Everyone in the race has a penalty so far. So you see Coda being close enough to Red for a move, as well as Corey to Bonsai. Trash gets 3 seconds for truck limits. As there's a yellow flag in the last few corners, thrown out by him. Corey has the RS. Coda, so does Coda on Bonsai. Corey stays back as there's a big crash at the ahead from the Hess of Trash, who crashes out. Coda against the lead on Red, against the lead of the Grand Prix. Corey can't get past Bonsai yet, as GGA Astro gets dropped down 1 place. But yeah, Corey still can get past Bonsai. Long note now pits for new softs. Corey now makes the place on Monzai. But Monzai has the IS now. Never mind, he pits. He pits. If only goes for softs. I would believe so. Makoda is back in the lead, and now, unless something happens, hopefully no commentator's curse for him, he will win the round 6 for precision. Let's see. Bonsai pits for softs. He comes out behind Bonsai and ahead of Irish. And behind against the dog and ahead of Irish. Despite 3 cars battling for that pit 6 now. Getting stuck behind Poison, who's on 8 and 16 lap hard. And then having the IS from Skiller. Skiller tries to make the place on Poison now. Spilner gets 3 seconds of track limits. They stay back. Youngster does the same. Skiller collides with Poison. Safety car can still come out until lap 30. Lap 30. Until lap 30, the safety car will be able to come out. Gorsak now getting 3 seconds for track limits. Poison goes into the pits, leaving Youngster free clean air to gain the place on Skiller on used hards. Skiller will gain the place. Will he fight back? No. He will stay back for the moment being. They're not catching up to the Ferrari ahead either. Young getting 3 seconds as well as Skiller for track limits as he goes into the gravel though. Poison pits for soft. Corey closing up on red. We're now getting ahead. He has more than 1 second as a gap. Now gets back below 1 second. Bonsai and Poison both get 3 seconds now for track limits. Yeah, I reckon we'll see a changed order after the race and future penalties and stuff. The ice for Corey on red. He tries to get in place on the Williams with the second place. Can he make it? Let's see. Both the cycle pound difference, but the tire age is the same. 18 lap old hards and 18 against 18 lap old mediums. And that's making Rosimer catch up quickly. He goes into the gravel to avoid a penalty for going wide. Vincent close on Young for the 11th place. He has the IS on the AlphaTauri. On the outside he goes. He's outside line, he almost made contact. But he gains the place on Young, who's on 80 lap old mediums against the 8 lap old hards Vincent has. Corey now gets overtaken by Rosenberg and spins out as well, loses his whole front wing. This could be a safety car if something bad happens. It won't help Coda at all. He gets in the gravel. It's lap 29. So that means a safety car can still come out until lap 30. Never mind, Corey goes into the pits. Almost gets a penalty for spinning. That's not ideal for the Red Bull. The only one on track right now. And he goes for the soft compound. Rosenberg also closing up on red. Could we see a last lap battle for the second place? There's another spin from McLaren Sportskiller. Losing it. in the 6th place to Monza as it spins out again. This could turn out to be even worse for the McLaren, as he gets overtaken by Irish again as well, and Poison now being close enough on him to try and get the move done. He spins out again, almost collides with the Alfa Romeo. Their tires must be dead right now. He's having to avoid it and loses the points now. Young enters the points once again. He has to make up all the places. He spins out again. He's not having it easy. He gets 3 seconds for track limits as well, which is ridiculous. Like, he also gets the corner there to try and not spin again. He gets overtaking him as well, so like almost getting last. And almost gets slapped as well. The Colder. Young gets 3 seconds for track limits. Monza gets 3 seconds as well for track limits. Colder starts the penultimate lap as there's a spin from an Alfa Romeo. I think, yeah. That's Poison. Who's in the place of Vincent now. And he spins that again like Sworsgiller did earlier. Already closing up with Young now for the points. See if he can make a move with the AlphaTauri driver. Vincent hadn't done the best of races. So they make contact. Corey goes on his outside line but stays back. Actually, never mind, he goes for it. Young gives him enough space. Almost gets into the gravel, spins out. Keeps it, saves it. And Corey stays ahead, gains the 10th place in the Imola GP, which has been chaotic, but will probably end with Coulter taking the win here. And we don't know if anyone will keep their places. They may as well not. The Hassel Gangster Dog now spinning out in the top 5 to Bonsai, who's having really good luck right now. Last lap studied by Coda. He tries to lap the McLaren, which lets him pass now. That race was more the last few laps. Been better, but has been ruined his whole race, and he gets 3 seconds again for track limits. Corey gaining up on Vincent now. Ladies and gentlemen, with Corey making the plays on Vincent, let's say that Corey makes it on Vincent. Calder wins the 6th round of the placement races of the pre-season of PRL here at Imola. Congrats to the Alpine driver for getting that place. Rotzex, Woskill and Thungram in 12th, 13th and 14th respectively. Rosenberg and Red in 2nd and 3rd. GGA Astro, we'll see. 4th, Bonsai. Poisoning, I guess, another 3 seconds of track limit. 5th, Gangster. 5th as a result of penalties. Bonsai gets dropped to 6th. So Gangster in the top 5. Irish. Let's see. Irish in 7th. Corey got the place on Vincent on the last lap as Vincent also gets overtaken by Poison. Corey Nath. Poison in 9th. Vincent actually 9th as Poison gets dropped. Let's see, Young. Young gets to 10th as Poison gets dropped out of the points due to penalties. Congrats to Calder, started first, finished first. After what has happened in the first few laps as well, so. And he was fighting with Astro as well, while on the lucky spin. Still got before. Congrats to the podium then. That's your final results for this race. What? I mean, yeah, it went great for the second half, but first half was, honestly, still don't have a clue about what happened in the safety car, but I guess they'll discuss in the Discord. But yeah, that's the final results. Calder taking the win for this Imola Grand Prix, followed by Rosenberg, Red, Astro, Gangster, Bonsai, Irish, Corey, Vincent, Young, and that rounds up the top 10. From in the bottom 10 we have Poison, Swolsek, Swolskiller, Thronelord, Trash, Yokagai, Banyas, Goldfish, Mingle, and Jack. With the top 15 not finishing the race, bottom 15 I meant, and yeah, that's pretty much all of it. Yokagai, listen up, Yokagai having the fastest lap with a 7 minutes 3 seconds .974. What? How is that a fastest lap? Thanks to the Masters for the great game you got us. Well, yeah, I guess, I mean, there was a glitch in Abu Dhabi where someone had completed in 4 seconds and lapped everyone, apparently, from the leaderboard, but yeah, that's the end of a great race for the second half. First half, I don't know what was happening, but we'll move on. Let me go through all the penalties in case FIA needs that. I sometimes wonder certain glitches on the F1 game. Anyway, I think let me see 1 second. So yeah, that's the end of the stream. Thank you everyone for watching. You know, I mean, I'm available to stream as a result of having a league race to attend. So yeah, and I guess see you all when the season starts in Tier 2. Hopefully we'll see a good season. And yeah, that's pretty much all for today. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you all the drivers for attending. And see you all see you all as I won't be available tomorrow on 14th, somewhere around that when the season starts. Bye everyone.